DIY hydraulic trolley jack. Store it was handmade in a garage from. The first to the last bolt is a one-off. It's made of two metal beams joined by a bolt. A hydraulic piston lifts the upper movable part by 60 cm. Small wheels help position the jack under the car. The designer said on his blog that he tested it with a Toyota Hilux pickup, a Land Cruiser 200 SUV. Both vehicles weigh nearly 3 tons, so he didn't extend the cylinder to its full length. Still, a lifted Land Cruiser is a serious load for a homemade car bench. UL 300. The car bench UL 300 hydraulic car lift is a great option for a garage or small workshop. It's handy if there isn't enough space for a fixed lift. When folded, it's only 10 cm tall, but when fully extended, it lifts the car up to a standing height. The lift has over 10 settings and can accommodate any passenger car. The width of the restraining bar adjusts to fit the vehicle's dimension. It's controlled with a remote, and specific points can be adjusted by simply tightening bolts. The UL 300 looks very reliable. You can't buy this jack in a VEVOR retractable extension cord reel. Device work has suddenly stopped because the jigsaw cord came out of the socket. This won't be an issue if you have a VEVOR extension cord in your garage. It won't be a tangled mess on the floor as it's neatly wound into a tight coil. The extension cord comes in over 20 different versions. The main difference is of course the length. The most affordable options stretch to 9 meters, while the most expensive ones go up to 24 meters long. With the coil, you get a bracket and self-tapping screws to mount the VEVOR on. The wall prices range from $44 to $105. Ryco flexible funnel. The filter on the engine block in some cars is so awkwardly placed that it's hard to drain oil without making a mess. Take the Chevrolet Colorado for instance. The flexible funnel from Australian manufacturer Ryco can help with that. The RST 300-liter model can be shaped into a gutter or a tube. It measures 55x 20 centimeters, so it can easily fit in the glove compartment. This funnel will last for decades unless a dog mistakes it for a chew toy. Lost screws and bolts can be a big SCA Parts Washer. Every driver knows that sometimes a simple oil change turns into a major repair. Something always gets broken, clogged or dirty. The portable SCA Parts Washer is made to tackle that last issue. Its tank can hold 60 liters of water based solvent. The flexible spout can pump up to 3 liters per minute. The graded bottom keeps small parts from slipping out of your hands and getting lost. The great thing about this washer is that it's all in one. The reservoir, pump and sink are all combined in one unit, and it costs $253. IRODA SOLDERPRO. Multifunctional soldering iron opens up new possibilities for wiring and circuit Board enthusiasts, its slim tip lets you work on tough connections and hard to reach spots. Great flame control ensures clean results too. There's a safety switch next to the start button. Don't skip using it to avoid accidents. The soldering iron is refilled with butane through a valve in the handle. If needed, you can release the gas by pressing the valve with something sharp. The set comes with 10 different tips for various tasks. The IRODA Solder Pro is available on Amazon for $37. Often, a car's radiator becomes the magnetic foldable parts tray. This folding silicone tray is a handy way to store everything from pins to bolts. It has magnets in its base to keep both the tray and its contents in place even on uneven surfaces like a car hood. The tray is 115 mm wide and long. The whole thing weighs about 100 grams. The magnetic foldable parts tray is great for technicians, electricians, and anyone who likes to work on their own car. It keeps washes and nuts from rolling away and getting lost in the garage. The IRODA SOLDERPRO laser tools coolant system flusher. Final resting place for in. After 1,000 million the highway, it's a good idea to give the grill a quick rinse, but just washing the outside isn't enough. You need to clean the whole system from the inside. That's where the laser tools coolant system flusher comes in it. Attaches to the radiator and flushes it out with water. If you need more pressure, just pull the trigger on the handle. The rubber nozzle fits 5 different hose sizes, so even old and rare collector cars can get a good ToolPRO magnetic pickup tool. Problem: if they fall where they shouldn't, don't leave it to chance and gravity. A flexible magnetic gripper can keep your engine compartment free of straight parts. The flexible wire can easily reach between the engine and the box, and the strong magnet will grab the lost metal piece. The tool's handle is made of molded plastic for a comfortable grid. Just make sure not to drop the magnetic pickup tool itself, as it costs $23, much more than some bolts. Brake fluid tester. How can you check your brake fluid? Drive to the station and pay for extra services. There's a simpler and cheaper way. The brake fluid tester is a small device that runs on a AA battery. It measures the amount of water in the brake fluid. If it's less than 1.5%, the light turns green and you're good to go. Yellow means you should get it checked in 6 months. Red means your car needs service. Right away, the tester works like a dipstick. Just dip the tip into the tank and the light will come on instantly. The price is $6. Tool Stow Go. Cleaning folding lug wrenches have been around for about a dozen years and are made in many countries. However, the American Stow Go wrench from the Well-known manufacturer Ken tool stands. Out for the rest first it doesn't come. Apart, but folds up like a tripod second. The sliding arms turn the wrench from a cross shape into a T shape, its sockets fit nuts. From 17 to 21 mm, when folded, the wrench fits into a narrow pouch. You might want to keep it at hand, you never know when you might get a chance to work as an F1 mechanic.